That's what they want. They want people to prostrate themselves for that miracle. And only the people who truly wish a boy Shiro-sama will be saved. I see. I know their true intention now. They're going to reenact the legend of Ooishi-sama. After all, the villagers always say that Rika-chan is his reincarnation. The stage is all set. They're going to use the parasite as the curse. So, how are they going to make it look like Ooishi-sama came down to pacify everyone? I get it. They must have some kind of medicine, a specific cure for the parasites. When they recreated the stronger form of the parasites, they found a cure for it at the same time. They're going to use this cure to save only those people who believe in Ooishi-sama, and as a result, this village will only have those fervent believers. They're going to make themselves the absolute rulers of Hinamizawa. Wait, I still might be underestimating them. Are they going to carry out that horrifying act of bioterrorism only inside Hinamizawa? History proves that, when their goal is to control others, people desire to spread their religion across a wide area. I'm sure that they conducted research not only to bring back the primitive form of the parasite, but also to overcome its weakness, namely, that it only thrives in Hinamizawa. According to Miya-san's research, the parasite doesn't like its host to be far from the region. Its weakness is distance. If they could extend the distance, if they could extend the area where it can live, by God, I wonder how far along their research is. By now, the parasite might be able to live not only in Hinamizawa, but in Okinawa as well. Or maybe even in the city. Maybe the whole prefecture. It might be able to cover nearby prefectures as well. This is too serious to just call a conspiracy. It's horrifying enough, and its scale large enough to call it a revolution. The day of revival is probably not far off. I can tell by how they killed Miya-san and by the extent of their pressure they're putting on me. They're trying to get rid of the small fishbone stuck in their throat by any means, because that day is coming ever closer. Though considering how paranoid and delusional she's become, makes me wonder, like, it's because it's connected to her past a bit. Just like wonder if she read the Bible in its entirety, would that just make her just go off the deep end? Just like with all these stories in the Bible and all that. Just like, the day of reckoning comes, or something, I don't know. I'm the only one who can stand up against their revolution. I can't trust anybody. I think I can trust Keiichi-kun, but no one else. So you contradicted yourself. Mei-chan is out of the question. I can't trust Rika-chan either. Sudoku-chan and Rika-chan stick together like superglue, so I can't trust Sudoku-chan either. I can't trust any adults. I can't trust anybody. Now you're contradicting yourself again. No one is on my side. I have to stand up against them alone. The clock is ticking towards that day, and the ticking noise made me frustrated. How should I fight against them? What should I do? I needed time to think. I needed a place, a safe area, where I could concentrate on thinking. Fortunately, I had such an area already. My hideout at the garbage dump. Nobody ever goes there, so it's safe. Even if you found out about that place, I'm familiar with its surroundings. I know escape routes and places where I can hide. But it has a big shortcoming as a hiding place. It's not hard to imagine what that is. I don't have any stock of food there. That's why I came home. I opened one of my father's drawers and took out his cash box. Contents haven't changed since the last time I looked inside. There were many new 10,000 yen bills in the cash box. I took them all. I couldn't tell how many bills there actually were, but it looked to be about 80 of them. Jesus Christ, Rena! There should be plenty. How long do you plan on freaking going into, what's the word? Hiding? That's one of the words. There was another one, but I can't remember what it was. Just like, what the hell, Rena? You just like, you really have gone off the deep end. If I evaded them long enough to use all of this money, that would mean that I did pretty well. Except for your father's, accounts thing, money. You'd kinda be broke a bit. Plus, I might use it to buy someone off. You can never have too much money, especially in a situation like this. I didn't take the bank book. If they were waiting in ambush at the bank, I'd be done for. It's too risky to withdraw money at the bank. I grabbed my backpack. I took the key for my bicycle. I put everything I think would be convenient to have into the backpack. I didn't care if it got heavy. I'd choose what was necessary to carry around later at my hideout. If they ended up being something I didn't need, I could leave it there. I looked at the clock. It had been 30 minutes since I came home. What the fuck am I looking at here? What on earth are these? Is that... maybe that's... could it be a bin? I don't know. What the fuck? It looks so bizarre. It had been 30 minutes since I came home. I stayed here too long. I rushed out of the house. I went to a small convenience store and bought as much sweet bread and canned food as I could fit in my backpack. You know, it's this. That's the same building that Akasaka and Matsubushi went to that one time, if you recall. Way back then. That was ages ago. An old lady who was at the register, probably suffering from dementia. She showed no interest in the extraordinary amount of food I was buying. But as soon as the manager of the store checked the sales at night, he'd find out. The idea didn't bother me because I can no longer walk around the village in the daylight anyway. My backpack was full and the cans hit my back as I walked. But that didn't bother me either. You know what, it's just like, if she's like stocked up on loads of food and it all expires within a few days, just like, well fuck, that didn't do me any good. I got to my hideout still carrying the heavy backpack. I organized the stuff I brought. It was heavy to carry, but now I had sufficient food. The abandoned construction office still has running water, so I should get some from there. I'd want to get some vegetables, but in a situation like this, I could hardly complain. You know, it may have running water, but is it, you know, hygienic? After I organized things, I took out the scrapbooks I hid here, and put my brain in top gear, flipping through the pages. So, now what? How am I going to stand up against this gigantic conspiracy? I need to calm down, stay cool, but also to think fast. Might not be a lot of time, so I'd have to hurry, but I didn't know what to do. That's a good point, right? It's just like, you're just like, I mean, you've completely gone off the deep end, but at least you gotta wonder there. It's like, okay, vast conspiracy. Fuck. Wait, what am I supposed to actually do, though? It's easy to run to school in the morning when I oversleep. It's easy because I know where I should go. But now I don't know where I should go to or what I should do. Now that I've come to this point, I should tell Ooishi-san everything. It's highly likely he's an enemy. But that shouldn't matter anymore. If it was true, I'd just declare war! But if he was on my side, he'd be my only remaining hope. I am far too weak to stand alone against the terrifying scale of this conspiracy poised to instill fear throughout Japan. I'd have to use a public phone to make the phone call. There's only one public phone in this village that stands at a place where it's hard for people to spot you. That phone booth! That phone booth that's always there whenever, just like every time Tomitake gets killed and there's a scene, it's always on this spot. Stands in the middle of nowhere where nobody really comes around, many bugs go around, so you contradict yourself. I mean, no person, yeah, but no, whatever. Many bugs go around at night, light when it's dark, and it's not a pleasant place to go to. But I can't think of any other public phones I can use to contact Ooishi-san without being seen. Even though it stands in the middle of nowhere, it's still dangerous to use in the daylight. I should wait until nightfall and take advantage of the darkness. I heard that Ooishi-san has been holed up in the station since Miya-san's murder case, so I should be able to reach him any time. I have the number for the direct line to his office too. The sky was still bright and pink. Even though I had no time, I still had to wait for it to get dark. Well, it looks like it's already getting dark if it looks like that, I guess. Frustrated, I glared at the sunset. I should find something to do. I couldn't waste any time that I had, so there must be something to do. After I thought about what I could do, I found there was something I wanted to confirm. Something I've been worried about. I couldn't do anything else before it got dark anyway. Staying here doing nothing would just make me more frustrated. I made my decision and left the hideout. Rena's father paced up and down restlessly in front of his house. What? Bicycle appeared, its riders ringing the bell. Now if Keiichi appears on screen, that's an indication that this is from Rena's father's perspective. If not, because let's face it, it's gonna be Keiichi and Co. Keiichi and Company, probably. So it's just like it depends. If he appears on screen, it's Rena's father's perspective. If he doesn't, it's Keiichi's perspective. The moment of truth. Wait, what? What? Was I way off? Police officer, here, over here. A police officer from the police station had shown up. Having rushed to get here, he was breathing hard. I hope it didn't wait too long. Please tell me what happened. I know I locked the door before I left. Oh, I get it. It really is. It is from his perspective. I know what this is. I know I locked the door before I left, but when I came back, the door was left open, and they let the police officer into the house. It's because Rena took all those bills. Look, my cash box was left open in my room. Wait, that's his cash box? So that's what that is. It's kind of like a basket, really, isn't it? How bizarre looking. Just like the way it's on. Is that like a bucket underneath it? Just makes it look like the most impractical, most bizarre toilet I'd ever seen. That's why I was like, what the fuck is that? No, it's a cash box. It's for storing money, not shit. And look, my cash box is left open in my room. This is how you found it. You didn't touch anything. I didn't touch the cash box in itself because I thought they might have left fingerprints. I did touch the contents a little bit to check what was missing. And what did they take? Well, banknotes. They didn't take any. Wait, no, they didn't. They didn't take my bank books or my personal seal, but they took the cash. They didn't take your bank books or personal seal, huh? You were lucky. Professional thieves today don't take banknotes because they know how easily they can get caught by using them. This might be a professional cat burglar. Instead of taking the cash box with him, he opened it here. He has to be a pro. So how much cash was in there? I haven't counted it for a long time, but I believe there were about 110,000 yen bills. Ah, I see. Did you tell anybody that you had that much cash in here? No, I didn't, but they probably knew I kept some cash in the house. They? Who are they? Can you tell me more about them? Oh, he probably thinks it's Teppei, doesn't he? Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story. Her name is Rina and just then the phone rang. Oh, excuse me, I'll just go get that. Just give me a minute. He grabbed the phone. Hello, this is the Ryuga residence. Hello, this is my bar. Is Rena-san there? No, she hasn't come back from school yet. She hasn't? Very sorry, but I'm in the middle of something right now. Can you call back later? I'm sorry, bye. He hung up after that. Perspective change! I was stunned. It didn't look like anything had changed on the surface. It was hard to find this place at all because it perfectly blends in with the surroundings. I only found this place again because I remembered there was a tree with a big lump of wood on it nearby. The spot where I buried the corpses was perfectly camouflaged, as if nothing had happened. That's why at first I thought I came to the wrong place. But I could make certain once I stick a shovel in the ground. I should be able to tell right away whether this place was dug up before or not. After several false starts, I found the exact spot where I buried the corpses. So, it's gone from like the conspiracies to that again. I mean, it kind of like that kind of got skimmed over a bit. That important plot point, didn't it? But the biggest problem of all is that there are no bangs in there at all. Why? How come? Did I bury them deeper than this? No, I didn't. I remember exactly how deep I buried them. I know I didn't bury them deeper than this. I wasn't expecting this. I came in to check the corpses. I just wanted to do that to kill some time. And now you've increased your paranoia by 100 points. I didn't want to stay in my hideout doing nothing, so I came here to check if the corpses I buried were still here. There. I'd make sure that they were still there, and I'd feel relieved. It was supposed to go like that. It was such an unexpected turn of events that I broke out into a cold sweat. What's going on? What's going on? I don't need to calm down to think about what happens. Wait, you don't need to calm down? Corpses can't come back to life and crawl out of the ground. Someone must have dug them out. Who did it, and for what purpose? Did anyone happen to see us burying the corpses here, and did they dig them out after we left? What if they handed them over to the police? No, it can't be. It's been quite a while since the day we buried them here. It was before the Higurashi festival. So if the police did find the corpses, when Ooishi contacted me, he had to know about Rina and Teppei, but he didn't tell me anything about them. I don't think he was hiding anything on purpose either. So that means the police didn't know about Rina and Teppei yet. Then why are the corpses gone? I would leave only one answer. Who knows about this place? One of us came back here, dug out the bags, and took them away! Yeah, I knew you'd jump to that conclusion from this. The first person who comes to mind is Mion. Yep, I knew that'd be the first person that would come to your mind. I mean, the Sonozaki family. But I can't think of a reason why they would do that. But Rena and Teppei had nothing to do with it. I'm sure they don't want to get involved either, let alone be falsely accused. They must want to stay as far away from this case as possible. Why would they want to keep the corpses? It's like keeping the Joker even though you'll lose if you have the Joker by the end of the game. If I was Michan, what would I do? What would I do if I was club president? A Joker is a card that you want to get rid of, at least in the game I mentioned earlier, but it becomes a powerful card in other games. Now I'm just remembering what actually happened here. Just like, we'll learn in due time what actually happened here, but I've just now remembered it. It's like, yes. Not telling you though. Just like you viewers, if you don't know why she can't find it, you'll just have to find out at a later point. Maybe even it's a recording. Who knows? What kind of game? What would that be? An electric shock ran through my spine. Did I read all that? But it becomes a powerful card in all games. Wait, I think I read the other line as well. An electric shock ran through my spine, and at the same time I realized they are one step ahead of me. Sonozaki family got the corpses to use them as a joker, as a wild card. They're trying to use them to sell me out to the police. Sonozaki family is trying to kill me using their death squad, but they want to have insurance just in case they fail. The thing they're afraid of the most is that I might work together with the police. If they could prevent that from happening, I'd have no one to work with. If that happens, I can no longer run away from them. I'd still be a fish in their pond. They're going to use the corpses to sell me out to the police for the men of Rina and Teppei. If the police started seeing me as a suspect, they'd never listen to my story. That could have been my last hope, but this will certainly turn them against me. But I'm sure the Sonozaki family doesn't want to use their Joker unless absolutely necessary. After all, me and Sonozaki helped bury the corpses. Plus, they don't want the police to hover around Mizuho when the day of revival is so close. I'm going to call Ooishi tonight, and I'm going to ask him for help. I'm going to tell him everything, including the things I haven't even told Keiichi-kun. I don't know if Ooishi will believe me. This is a gamble, and my chance of winning is very small. Plus, my worst enemy has the Joker, the bags or the corpses inside. I'm impressed with Mion. That's just what I'd expect from the leader of our club. This is a battle that I'm betting my life on, but to Mion, this is like a board game taking place across enemy's hour itself. I grinned, repeating to myself that it's just a game. I put my life on the line for every club activity we do, because I don't want to suffer the punishments. This time, that's become the literal truth. There could be only one reason why they're trying so hard to drive me into a corner. It's because they're afraid of me. I assumed I was just a little with no power running about in confusion. But my enemy must not be thinking in that way. If they didn't think I was a threat to them, they wouldn't take risks like this to drive me into a corner. That means the scrapbooks Miya-san left me must be way more dangerous to them than I think they are. I see. They have a Joker. But so do I. The Joker I have is so deadly and so powerful that he can break their plot into pieces. That's why they're so eager to find me. A cornered mouse really can bite a cat. I felt my fear towards my enemy fade away all of a sudden. Just as I fear them, so do they fear me too. So, this is an evenly matched game. I don't have as bad a hand as I thought I did. I was right to come here. I found out about the card my enemy was holding. This is a big deal. I felt myself shiver with excitement. I grinned to encourage myself. I don't need to be here any longer. They know this place. They might come here to find me. Still freaking... Like, I woke up a few hours ago now, but it's just like, still drowsy. It's not safe for me to stay here for long. I decided to go back to my hideouts. On the way back, I passed close to my house. I noticed something different right away. I hid behind a bush and looked at the front gate of my house. Well, this is gonna make it look even worse for you, isn't it? I thought I was talking to a police officer. I strained to catch their conversation. It's because of you, Rena. You friggin' took the money. Yes, she usually parks it there. Oh, and it makes it even worse. My father pointed to the place where I usually park my bicycle. Okay, please let us know whenever your daughter comes back. We'll try to find her as well. Oh, and it's just like... Now he's wondering where his daughter went. Where you went, Rena. So now you're gonna misinterpret that as well. Mi-chan, you're good. Did you already play your Joker? Miyano starts a battle by attacking without hesitation, and wins. Seems like the police are already after me. My chance of being able to explain the conspiracy to Ooishi was already small. This makes it even smaller. No. That's why I'm going to talk to Ooishi. He sees the Sonozaki as the Liblasaki family as his enemy, and he's trying to expose everything about them before his retirement. That's why he'd be on my side. He's not going to fall for their trick. Of course, there's a very high possibility that everything was part of their trap from the very beginning. It's possible that he claimed the Sonozaki family was his enemy in order to make me believe that he's on my side. But that Joker has actually given me hope. If Ooishi is one of them, it would be too early to play their Joker. Ooishi isn't one of them. That's why they got the Joker, so they can play it before I go to the police. No, wait, that might be the trick to make me think that way in order to make me trust Ooishi. When Mion gives me two choices to choose from, it's usually better to choose the one I like without thinking too much. Yeah, Keiichi, like, I remember in some of the games, like, at least in one of them, Keiichi, like, stopped to think that, oh, you're pulling a bluff, Mion, and picked the opposite card, where if he just went with his instincts from the get-go, you would have gotten the right cards. Mion, after all, likes to guess people's intentions in order to confuse them. So when you think about our choice too much, you're already in our trap. I'm going to do as I planned. I'm going to call Ooishi after it gets dark. If he's going to become my ally, we can talk about the future. And if he isn't, that, I realized, was what I had to think about before it got dark. Higurashi, when they cry. Cry! Oh, no, don't worry about calling so late. I don't get paid overtime, but I'm on duty as long as I'm here. I start a conversation with an ordinary grin to try and gauge his reaction. There's a 50-50 chance that Ooishi is one of them. If he's their pawn, he'll either lure me out somewhere so he can arrest me, or he'll ask me where the scrapbooks are. But even if he didn't, that wouldn't prove anything. It's going to be difficult to determine if he's on my side or not, and I'd have to tell him about the scrapbooks no matter what. My heart's beating very fast. Even if I was sure that Ooishi isn't their pawn, I'd still have to make him believe such a crazy story, and I'd have to do that over the phone. Worrying wouldn't do anything for me. This is, I know, a gamble. I have but a small chance of winning. If I didn't put my chips on the table, the game wouldn't even start, and it won't even start, Rena, until the next record session, because I will see you next time, viewers, because my legs are aching from sitting here, legs crossed with a laptop. Just like, there's no comfortable way to sit on this bed with my legs stretched and a laptop, which is, well, actually, let's try that. Well, I guess that kind of works. It just feels a bit odd. It's like laptop on my legs there like that. It's just like, I don't know. It'd be better if I could just like clear up my desk and chair and record it there, you know. But anyways, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.